Hi guys, today we're going to go through how to understand your program. So this is an example of the sort of look of the program that you'll receive for your 6 weeks to shredded. It is all personalized, so this is just one example. So as you can see up here, we've got the warm-up. Okay, rollovers times 10, groiners times 10, air squats, and so on. So this is what you do before anything else. Okay, the first thing you do when you get into the gym, so this will warm you up and it will mentally prepare you for what's coming up as well. There's also, in this warm-up, there's a circuit. So it says, complete the following circuit 2 times, 40 seconds with 20 seconds rest. So in this example, and in with all the numbers, if there's an A, and a B and a C, it means you go from one to the next to the next, and you repeat that for the number of sets. So you can see the number of sets here is 2. So in this example, you would do a Jefferson curl for 40 seconds, you'd have 20 seconds rest, and then you'd do a pancake for 40 seconds, then you'd have 20 seconds rest, and then you'd do an overhead squat with a broom and pauses for 40 seconds, 20 seconds rest. That's once through, and then you'd repeat it one more time to make up the 2. Okay, and then we get into the work, so the strength work. So the strength work in this example starts off at number 1, and it's a back squat. Okay, there's a couple of instructions there. It says start conservative week 1. I've given an indication of the load as this client has done some testing, so I know where they're at. And then it starts off at rest. So this is how much rest in between sets do you have. I'll go through that more in a second. The tempo is the speed of the movement. So most of the time there's always 3 numbers. The first number is how many seconds does it take in the lowering of the movement or the easy part of the movement. So in the back squat, it takes 2 seconds. I want them to control it for 2 seconds until they hit the bottom of their squat. I want them to pause for 1 second, which is a middle number there, and then up for 1 second. So generally, it should always be up as quick as you can, but your speed is just going to be dictated by how much weight is on the bar. And then we go across and we look at week 1. What sets and reps do we need to do? So there's a couple of different formats for sets and reps, and this is the first one we're going to look at, 25 in 5. So what this means is that we need to perform 25 reps in 5 minutes. And this is done by doing 5 reps at the start of each minute for 5 minutes. So if you do it at the start of the minute for 5 minutes, you should be finished at about 4 minutes 20 or so. Okay. So if it takes you 25 seconds to do your 5 squats, then you've got 35 seconds complete rest before you go again. You can see it's number 1 by itself. There's no A and B on this one, so you're not supersetting. So you're just doing this exercise by itself. If the number says 50 and 5, it means you're doing 10 reps every minute. If you're doing 15 and 5, it means 3 reps every minute for 5 minutes. The main goal of this is to start off nice and conservative, like it says here, and to add weight every single week. Okay, so it'll increasingly get tougher and tougher, and you're building more density and more volume in your training as the weeks go by. Then in this example, we go down to standing shoulder press. So you can see here the rest is nil because there's an A, there's a B, and there's a C. So in this example, once you've finished 2A, you'd go straight to 2B, which is a chin up with neutral grip. Once again, there's a C, so after you finish B, there's no rest and you go straight to 2C. After 2C, there's also no rest and you go back to 2A. And you'd repeat that for 4 sets, so 4 times through. You can see in week 1. The tempo of the movements, okay, once again, so shoulder press here would be 2 seconds on the lowering phase, no pause, and then 1 second, or as quick as possible, like mentioned before, pressing up. That's the main things that you need to know about the sets and reps, rest breaks, and tempo. In terms of progressing as the weeks go by, in this example, you can see on 2A, if we look at 2A, the standing shoulder press, we've got 4 times 12 in week 1, 4 times 10 week 2, 4 times 9, 4 times 8, 4 times 6, 4 times 5. So you can see the reps are getting less each week. That means the volume is getting less, which means we need to put the weight up each week. So this is designed to go from a higher volume to a higher intensity, meaning lifting more weight. Okay, so always start nice and conservative at the start and give yourself lots of room to move up each week. On your upper body movements, in this example, you might be aiming to put on 2.5 kilos to 5 kilos each week. On your big movements like your squats and your deadlifts, you might be looking at putting on a little bit more, 5 to 10 kilos in this example. So hopefully guys, that explains all your questions about how to understand the program. You can see there's some YouTube links on exercises that I don't think the client will know, or if they need to touch up. Most of these are off my YouTube channel. You can just search Luke Sharp Performance Training for my YouTube channel, and it'll have a pretty big directory of exercises that are common if there's an exercise there that you don't understand, and I haven't included a link. So hopefully that helps guys, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Cheers.